if you are planning to do potty training, please don't buy any pull-ups. I know it looks really tempting and they have such cute little prints, but please don't waste your money on them. They're pretty much diapers in disguise. And I'll tell you what you can use instead when it comes to potty training. Hey my awesome friends, it's Anissa. Welcome to the Kachung family. And I have a bunch of videos on potty training, natural birth, elimination communication, and more like floor bed use, I don't know, unconventional parenting practices, I guess. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about pull-up diapers and why you should not be using them. Pull-up diapers are pretty much diapers in disguise. The only difference really is that you don't have, this little tab to open and take them off. Instead, you can pull them up and down and they have more of a stretchy side. I actually don't have any pull-up diapers to show you, so here's some stock images and videos that I found. I know all the commercials that you see really makes you feel like it's the key to potty training. I even thought it was when I was a child. Actually, I was quite old and had problems. I wet the bed a lot. And I remember I was thinking, maybe pull-ups are the solution. And I was like 5 years old or something. Now looking back, maybe that's why I'm so passionate about potty training. Problem with pull-ups is that they're no different than a diaper in the way it feels inside. They are designed to literally wick away all that moisture so the baby doesn't feel wet. So when you put a baby in pull-ups, it doesn't feel like any different than a diaper, and their entire life you've been telling them to pee and poop in a diaper. And now you're telling them to do something completely different. It doesn't make sense to them. And they've never really been exposed to the potty other than maybe, watching you go and use it, watching daddy or mommy use it, and other people, maybe that's about it. There needs to be coaching and there needs to be training and guidance to get them to that point. Because as a baby, you've been telling them to, hey, go pee and poop in the diaper. That's normal. And that's what you should be doing. So when it comes to elimination communication, those things that you see online and people pottying their baby and so-called potty training, that is just exposing the child to another option. You know what? You don't have to soil yourself. You don't have to pee and poop in your diaper. You have the option to do it in a cleaner manner. Now, does it really actually help speed up the potty training process? Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think so. Now having 2 kids that I've done EC with and also potty training, I don't think it actually really helps and it's not necessary. But that's another video and I'll be posting the link up here for that video, so click there if you want to watch it. So when it comes to potty training, you actually want it to be an intrinsic factor. Now, I'm not for one to give them rewards or treats, or just because when they go to school, when they're in preschool or kindergarten, no one's giving them M&Ms or treats or candy whenever they use the potty. That's expected of them by that age. So I don't think it should be something that they should be rewarded. Does that make sense? So instead of this intrinsic, what can we do to encourage a toddler to use the potty? We want it to come within themselves. And to do that, in my opinion, is to make it really uncomfortable. Like when you pee or poop in your pants and the pee is just running down your leg, how comfortable is that? It really isn't. So when you take away the diaper, the pee is just gonna run down their pants and it's gonna feel really uncomfortable. That feeling, that uncomfortable feeling, is gonna be the reason why they don't wanna pee and poop in their pants and that they wanna do it in the potty. So my goal when it comes to potty training is to get that toddler to feel the extrinsic, like, hey, you know what? I don't want to pee and poop in my pants, in my underwear. And the reason is because it's super uncomfortable. And to do that is by taking away the diaper. When you take away the diaper and you just have the kid in undies, not even training undies, like literally just undies, or just Commando, when they have an accident, when they pee their pants, the pee is running down their pants and it gets all wet and icky and they're just like walking in it. It just gets really uncomfortable. Right now, I'm trying to potty train my 18-month-old, and every single time he does pee in his training undies or pants, he just stands there with his legs spread open and just be like, pee pee, pee pee, and just like standing there because he doesn't like walking around in it. So that is going to be the reason why they are going to want to use the potty, and the potty being another option to go and relieve themselves. They're going to have to see other people use the potty as, like, mom, dad, the caregiver, or classmates, or play dates using the toilet. Of course, you can always, if you don't have those options around you, having their stuffed animals or dolls also sitting on the toilet, that's a great option to try to encourage them and show them this is how you're going to do it. So first thing, if you're using cloth diapers, instead of stuffing them, because stuffing them actually is the same, it tries to mimic that same feeling of no wetness and a dry diaper. You just want to unstuff it and have that wet stuff right onto their skin so they can feel it, and then changing it right away. So try to keep their diapers dry. Now, when it comes to training undies is also not as comfortable as having a diaper. However, their bottom and everything is fully covered, and so it kind of feels like a diaper when it's dry, because it's kind of like protected, and everything is covered and nothing runs down their legs. So the problem that I came with training undies is that training undies in the store is all 2T by design, like when you go to Target, Walmart, all that good stuff. And if you're doing infant potty training or early potty training, then you'll want to get sizes that are a lot smaller. And so I'm going to have some links down below as to the companies where I buy my training undies that are for smaller babies. If you're handy with a sewing machine, you can also take these 2T undies and sew them up a little bit and shrink them. That's what I did with these, but it takes some time, however handy you are with a sewing machine. And I got tired of that, so I went online. I found these training undies on Amazon, and they work pretty good, and they're for smaller babies. Bought 2 different sizes, smaller one and a larger one, and they're inexpensive compared to some of these really quite pricey training undies for smaller babies. The problem I have with these training undies is that the waistband is quite tight. It kind of cinches them onto his stomach, and it's really, really hard to teach a baby to stick their little thumbs into their waistband to pull down their pants. And that is why I like this option, the third option, which is to go Commando. Commando, which is just simply either having pants or shorts. I like pants better, and loose ones are just fine. And then their little thumbs, you teach them to put their thumbs into the waistband and then pull the pants down and then pull the pants up. When people talk about baby being ready to be potty trained, I feel like it should be mommies being ready to be potty trained. And the things that I look for, the cues that I look for that my baby is ready for potty training, is actually one, being able to walk like pretty confidently, intermediate walker or confident walker, because I want them to take themselves to the potty and not me having to carry them every time. And then the other one is the life skill of pulling down your pants and pulling them back up, because that's super necessary to be able to do potty training and to be able to go potty by yourself, right? So when I see those 2 skills, and here you can see my baby at about 17 months old is able to do that, I was like, great, you're ready. Let's start potty training. Let's start transitioning this process from elimination to communication to potty training. And going Commando, I found, is like the best way. 1, because it's so easy for them to pull up and down those pants. And 2, when they do have an accident, when they pee in their pants, it just literally runs down their leg onto the floor or the carpet, and they're just like, oh. It makes them fully aware of what's going on, what that process is, and kind of encourages them want to use the potty instead, because that feeling of pee running down their leg isn't the most pleasant one. The last option you can do when it comes to potty training, instead of going Commando or having a diaper, pull-ups, is literally nothing. So this can be called diaper-free time, or literally like naked time. And this makes it really easy for the kiddo, just because they have no restrictions. They can just run to the potty, sit down, jump right off, go back to playing, run to the potty again, sit down, jump off, and go back to playing. Now, I really like having all the potties in the washroom or the restroom, and because I want the toddler to understand that they're going there into this designated room to do their business. But kids really at this age, they don't want to stop what they're doing to relieve themselves and then go back to playing. And then my baby literally would pick up his little small potty and carry it into the living room, and he left it there. So he prefers it having within that area. So if he's eating and munching on something, he can just like literally go sit on it and then jump right off and go back to whatever he was doing. It's a really short distance for him to walk. And so that's why you see it here in the living room, kind of like outside of the bathroom, why it's not in the restroom all the time. And especially if you watch like my day in the life videos like this one or some other ones, you'll see it. They're not always in the restroom or the bathroom or the washroom. I know. Depending on the culture and country, you guys call it restroom, washroom, bathroom. My last tip when it comes to potty training is having cleaning supplies. So my favorite cleaning supplies, I gotta hand it to you, is this little steam vacuum. This little handy steam vacuum, especially if you have carpet, is perfect. And then use whatever cleaning supplies that you want to clean the carpet. If you have hardwood floors or laminate or anything like that, tile, it's just all you need is some washcloths, and then you can just wipe up the accidents, and that's it. And then disinfectant wipes are really handy just when it comes to having poop to clean up or when you're out and about. And as the toddlers get bigger and they eat more food, their poop gets stinkier and bigger, and it's nasty. And then when you have them in a diaper, it gets like squished onto their skin. And I just hate using wipes, so I end up like putting my baby in the shower and showering their whole butt. So to me, the faster they potty train, the less cleanup there is, and it's just like entirely worth it for me. Do not buy pull-ups when it comes to potty training. Training undies, going commando, or just having diaper-free naked time is all you need to do. Floor potty, or you could use a seat reducer, and then definitely having some cleaning supplies. My favorite is this small steam vacuum, and then some disinfectant wipes or washcloths if you have those hardwood floors. So I hope you found this video inspiring to start potty training early, regardless of what mass media or other friends and family might tell you. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Anissa, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
I'm gonna do this on my nails.